Hey class, welcome back. Part 2 of Lecture 2. The end of Lecture 1, we were talking all about lactic acid and food. That's a pretty good tie-in to what we're going to discuss right now. Calories. So, some fun facts about calories that you may or may not know. If you wanted to know how much calorie burn you would require to generate 1 horsepower, yeah, it's a lot. 640 calories. That's why we are not horses. Um, if you were to jog 1 mile, you are going to burn a little bit over 100 calories. 100 is a nice, easy number to go with, and that's what a lot of people use. By the way, if you go at different paces, an 8-minute mile, a 6-minute mile, heck, a 9-minute mile, you're still going to burn about the same calories, right? Your power may be different, but the total work is the same. So if you are training purely for calorie burning, it does not matter how fast or slow you go. Yeah, you're going to take a lot longer to finish when you go at a slower pace, but you still burn the same calories. Even if you walk, you're still going to burn about 100 calories, so not all that much difference. Now, on to maybe some not so fun facts. So let's calculate what we were talking about, 100 calories to go 1 mile. Okay, let's say I'm just going to keep on going and burn so many calories. I'm going to do a marathon. That's got to be good for me, right? Sure, 26 miles times 100 calories, that's about 2,600 calories. That is an entire day's worth of caloric intake. That sounds great, incredibly healthy. You're going to burn so much calories. Well, choose your fuels wisely here. 2,600 calories is quite literally that right there. 6 toasted coconut donuts from that Northeast donut chain where you dunk in the coffee, dunk in. Uh, and yeah, that's not all that difficult to eat. At least for me, I could easily eat 2 or 3 of these in one go. And if I was running a marathon, I'm sure I would scarf down a lot more. You got to be careful with your fuel intake in terms of how much you burn because you think that'll burn several days worth of calories. Well, you can get a heck of a lot of calories in the wrong foods. And the better you get at running, the more efficient you get. So you actually uh, burn less than 100 calories per 1 mile run. Boo. So this nicely leads into energy stores in the body. Glucose is the first one. We store about 500 grams of glucose in our body. Really so little. That's like a teaspoon of glucose that's ever actually in the bloodstream. Your liver can store about 100, muscle about 400. Average the upper limits of human capacity to store glycogen could in theory be about 15 grams per kilogram of body weight. Now, that may seem like a lot of energy reserve, but when you compare it to fat, 12,000 grams of fat, holy smoke, that is a lot of energy. 100,000 calories of energy. Wow. Your body does store a little bit of fat in muscles. Yes, it does do that. And there's a little bit in plasma as well, but the overwhelming majority is in your fat. So let's look at this another way, right? Calculating our numbers here. If we can get maybe about 100,000 calories out of our fat cells, how many marathons can you do with that? Yeah, a lot, 30 plus. Holy smoke. No caloric intake required at all. Boo. I love my donuts. If you do muscle stores of fat, one whole other marathon is sitting in your muscles in terms of fat stores for energy. Darn it. We are losing here. Now, let's go back to carbohydrates. Since we do run faster and we do need to burn energy quicker, and we often prefer going through glycolysis, we covered that in lecture 1. Let's talk about our carb stores, since our body tends to use that preferably as you are running, and we have about 500 grams, 4 kilocalories per gram is what carbohydrate yields. That gives us about 2,000 calories worth of energy. Well, now wait a minute. If a marathon is 2,600 and we burn through 2,000 of glycogen slash glucose, what happens to our body when we run out of that glucose and have to switch over to that slower burning fat? Yeah, you hit the wall, which very interestingly and conveniently, almost elegantly, so to speak, comes right around mile 20, since these numbers do pan out.